I know it's been a while because my hair is probably much longer than the last video. In fact, I should probably be getting a haircut at some point in time because this is, yeah, I guess down to my nose is a typical biannual shearing moment. I've been having some good hair days recently, so it hasn't been too bad, but yeah, yeah, it's getting a little long. Just checking in with kind of a life update. I feel like I should talk about certain bigger things that are going on. I've been in this city for a year and in this job for a year, and that's cool. Being financially stable for a year is cool. I have realized recently that while older worries were probably a bigger deal, like, gee, getting a job in my industry, or man, I don't have any food, or stuff like that, were much larger worry than the current worries I have. Um, Financial stability still breeds its own worries. Like now we have enough money that we could probably reasonably buy a house. So that's what we've been doing recently is trying to find and purchase a house. And I will say, being able to purchase a house, that's not the hard part. Being able to find a house that you actually like and are willing to purchase is a little bit harder. Like, I would say I'm pretty good with my money and saving and all that sort of thing, but I am very aware of like my wage ceiling, my salary ceiling. Like I know it's very good for my industry and it's way more than I would think a lot of people in the world make. But I also know for like the United States has a lot of jobs that pay more than mine. So my ceiling is there. It's not probably gonna get much higher than what it is unless something crazy happens. So, and in fact, it's probably more likely to go down if something crazy happens. But um, I don't want to commit to like a bad idea. And the two of us certainly don't want to commit to a house we are going to get sick of. So a lot of the houses we've been seeing have been, because our price range is lower, they have been very small. I don't think smallness is necessarily a bad thing because we could probably downsize some of the things that we have even now. Like, what things do we really need? Do we really want? You can probably see boxes in the background of stuff that, well, it's getting turned into cat trees and cat houses and whatever. But point is, we have stuff that we probably don't need. Everybody has stuff we probably don't need. So downsizing into a house that's not downsizing, but coming to a house that's not huge, probably not not the worst thing that could happen. But we've kind of discovered through this process that maybe we want a yard that the dog can run around in, or she could use to garden. Maybe an important thing. Some of the houses have not had that. Certainly not had that. A lot of the houses have, since we've been looking at older houses, have had things that are kind of like, we can fix stuff. We can't necessarily easily fix like a foundation or a foundation and a bunch of windows, including custom windows, all at the same time. Some of these houses have been way overpriced. The one that we saw today was smaller but had a good yard, but it was like at least $10,000 overpriced, maybe $15,000 overpriced. It just wasn't happening. That's kind of the situation we've been in. We've found one house we really, really liked, and we made an offer on it, but we knew that the roof was screwed up, and I don't think they knew that the roof was screwed up when they were trying to sell it. So by the time they figured out how screwed up the roof was, I don't think they were prepared to financially commit to it, and they asked us to help with some of the fixing of the roof costs. And by the time they got to that point, enough time had passed out that $5,000 grant just disappeared into the wind that would have helped us pay for closing costs or whatever as first-time homeowners. It's just is gone now because I guess that's how it works on a federal level or however this grant came from. It's just gone. So suddenly that popped out of our price range, and we liked the house so much we tried an offer later, going like, well, screw it, we should probably try to get this house we like. And they gave us like a worse offer than before. So there, we are not seeing eye to eye with those people. And that's where we're at with that. Our realtor says that with, you know, school ending, we should be seeing a lot of houses come onto the market. We should be seeing more things that we might like. But it's definitely a little frustrating. It's a big purchase. It's one of your probably the biggest purchases you're ever gonna make. So you definitely want to make the right one. And so far we haven't seen it. So it's also the time where we have to tell our landlord like, hey, if we're leaving or we're staying or whatever. I'm probably gonna talk with them tomorrow to see what happens. If they'll do a month-to-month lease, but if not, there are worse things to worry about than picking the right house. In other news, we did finally come back from our wedding reception. Spoiler alert, it was 10 months after the fact and just a really small thing in a park somewhere in St. Louis. But it was cool. It was also kind of exhausting. Like, I don't understand how anyone does like an actual ceremony or like a big fanciful event because even our thing was just basically like a family picnic and we were exhausted by the end of it. It's kind of a weird concept, like a wedding reception. You throw a party for yourself, but you're also obligated to all these people, and there's like not enough of you to like share with them time wise or like conversation wise or anything like that. So it's fun, it's cool to see everybody, but like man, it was a thing. I was glad we had a day afterwards to just do nothing. On the writing front, I am writing book 4 and been going nicely. Recently, I've kind of hit another groove. I wasn't writing as much for a while, but starting to get back into it. So it's 25,000 words at the moment. Probably a 60,000 word goal tends to be how they work out. So I guess I'm approaching the halfway mark. Yeah, I definitely just wrote an important. This one kind of feels like it's two halves. I don't know if that's how it's going to feel by the end of the book, but we'll see. Other than that, life continues. I'll probably end it here, maybe film a couple other videos in this session, but good to see you, even though I can't see you.